So my biggest hurdle in this full job, more than anything else, is this Ford slave cylinder kit. Welcome to season 2 of Ballin on a Budget. Drift car build. If you guys like carnage, you'll probably see some.
Hater V8, bro.
Okay, so unfortunately, we had to take the other clutch back because it didn't fit. This one does. It will need a little bit of persuading to get it on, but we've got our alignment tool, we got the other bushing in place there. We're done. So the clutch is in. The alignment tool can go in and out. So that's good. So that means next we can install the transmission and do some test fitting. Well, not quite. I still have to cut out the rad supports. So my biggest hurdle in this full job, more than anything else, is this Ford slave cylinder kit. Now, I could show you what the other one looks like. I might take a picture and throw it up in the description. Here's the problem. With this setup, you can't get any other hose to work. You're going to have to use the Ford one. It's plastic. It goes to a plastic master cylinder. It's the really big pain. I googled how to do this. I couldn't find anything on it. So here's the rundown. The Chevy style slave cylinder setup, it uses this style, sort of. So basically, this whole thing here bolts in right there, and this is the bleed part. This part here, it hooks up to the rest of the system. Now, this has a roll pin, and that locks this piece into place. Now, how are you going to make this work? I'll show you. Here's the part number. You see this fitting here? Look how similar it is to the Ford one. Look how similar it is. The only problem is this surface right here is where it needs to go into. So if you look at this, right up to there, and it's in. So that's not going to work too well. So what I've done is I've modified slightly. So I've taken this part here and taken the shoulder off. It's going to be kind of tough to tighten, but now all I have to do is put that in there, drive this roll pin in, and then I can hook that up to number 4 JIC on the one end. I can build a number 2 line that comes all the way out and up to this slave cylinder or the master cylinder, and that I'm using a Willwood 3/4 inch master cylinder. So this has been my biggest hurdle of how to make this work. Now I'm not going to be able to get that fitting out. But that is what I did. So that's the big hurdle. Now we can finish worrying about getting all this back together and fit it into that damn engine bay. Good morning. It's a beautiful day today. Sunday morning, 1 week before the event. Oh, I didn't lock my wife's car. Some cut-off discs. I wonder what these are for. This is the best part about it all. So I'm gonna. Anyways. So obviously you saw the Ford symbol. Oh, I forgot. I gotta get my shop keys. 1 minute. Just like that, I've got my keys. My dog. The dog's following me. Hey, dog. Hey, Colby. We're gonna go out to the shop here and take a look at what we need to do this morning. I really don't want to put that transmission together until I get that fitting. It's gonna go in there. Plug in my light here. So I've got light in the shop. Jank is electrical. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my tripod over here, and there's so much stuff in here. Hey, look, hashtag drift life. Your shop isn't full until it's full. I had to get a new grinder for taking this all apart. So I'm going to show you that pretty quick here. Okay, let's take a look and see what we've got inside here. Huh. Well, doesn't that look nice? So this is what that whole assembly looks like. If you look online, they're about $100 for the factory style ones. So normally from the dealership here in Canada, it's like $290 for one of these retail. So the Ford dealership by my house gave me a smoking deal. They really did me a solid. So I really appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to Chilliwack Ford for selling this to me so cheap, because I phoned like 3 different Ford dealerships and none of them would even give close to it. So saving money helps keep my budget on track, which is nice. So basically I can't really do anything with this until I get some sort of a fitting so that it can stick out a little ways of the bell housing so I can put a line on. But the other thing I can do this morning is I can deal with this cross member and start cutting everything apart. So we got to get everything unbolted so we can start getting ready to sling the engine in. I'm just going to take a look and see if there's any more bolts I can undo to take this whole front clip off, but probably not, which means just gonna have to cut it all out. Yeah. So here's our adapter piece. It's gonna go outside of our transmission. All right, let's a little more.
Pull it. Yeah, try it. Problem is, you're hitting the top of the shifter here.
Oh, am I?
So,
Okay,
I got
how
an idea
about-
here. Why don't we take the mounts off?
Yeah.